Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another historic rebuild, and today we have the Lob City Clippers. Now, I'm sure most of you remember the era of the Lob City Clippers. It obviously included Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and this trio was really good. They were super fun to watch, obviously tons of explosive dunks, a lot of guys getting dunked on, and ultimately, they were super good. They were just never good enough to win a ring. So, obviously, things came up. They never ended up kind of getting over that final hump. And funny enough, it's kind of weird to think about. The only member of that big three that has a ring right now was DeAndre Jordan, and he won it this past season in real life with the Denver Nuggets. So, obviously, our goal today is to rewrite history a little bit and hopefully get this trio a ring while they're playing together. And finally, before we get into the video, of course, if you guys have any other ideas you want to see for videos, whether they're rebuilds, non-rebuild content, whatever they may be, let me know down below in the comment section. Obviously, we're about a month away from 2K24, so we still have about 4 weeks worth of videos to try to kill time. So we definitely want to keep you guys entertained. We don't want to just half-ass it. Anything you guys want to see, let me know down below in the comment section. But as of now, man, Los Angeles Clippers are not a very successful franchise in terms of postseason success. Let's see if we can change that a little bit. All right, so we're here at the start of the 2014-2015 NBA season. Now, I don't know if this roster is 100% accurate. It is pretty tricky to find 100% accurate rosters for these historic rebuilds, but if anything appears to be a little bit off, I'm sorry. I mean, I tried to get as close as I possibly could. So, going over this Clippers roster, obviously Chris Paul, whether you hate the man, love the man, whatever you may feel about him, he's still one of the best point guards in NBA history. Blake Griffin's here. At Blake Griffin's career right now, he's a super fun bench player. I can say that. As a Celtics fan, he's a ton of fun to have on your team. I hope he ends up back with my Celtics. But obviously here in LA, he was never able to help contribute to a ring. We're going to hope that goal can change today. DeAndre Jordan technically has a ring. At this point in this game, though, he does not. So that's kind of our big three, and the guys we're hoping kind of lead us to the promised land. So JJ Redick, Jamal Crawford, two of the shooting guard options here. Jamal Crawford a little bit older at this point in time. Jamal Crawford also one of the best sixth men in NBA history. But JJ Redick is 30, obviously tremendous shooter. We'll see how long he lasts. I mean, I like JJ. I think he has some pretty decent takes, honestly. But, again, at that 30 years old, we'll see what the regression looks like. We have a 22-year-old Austin Rivers. That overall feels like it could be a little bit high, potentially, but is what it is. You have Jared Dudley here, Patrick Patterson, Sean Williams. I don't really remember that name. Matt Barnes is here. Spencer Hawes. Oh, my God, that's a memory. I don't know who Charles Jenkins is. We got a young Reggie Bullock here. Ricky Lito, BJ, okay, we're getting into Mitchell Gary, I've heard that before. We're getting into some territory that I don't really know. But real quick, if you guys want to pause, take a look around the league and kind of see what it's looking like right now. This just kind of sparks some memories for me. This is when, I was 14, 15 years old, kind of watching this version of the NBA. So if you guys see anything that, really, I forgot to turn injuries off. Well, I'll do that after. But in terms of this, it was a super fun time. Completely different world. And, yeah, you're seeing some names here that are pretty cool to see that you don't really see too much. So, obviously, it's going to be a tough challenge. I mean, obviously, this is LeBron's first year back in Cleveland. So, our goal, obviously, is to win a championship. And I definitely do think we have a very talented team and the capability of doing that. So, I mean, if I'm just looking at this, kind of bare bones roster, there might be one or two trades, maybe upgrade that starting small forward spot. But other than that, nothing too major. So let's see if we can come up with something. Our first trade here is going to be coming with the Brooklyn Nets. We're sending them Sean Williams, Jared Dudley, and a future second for Bojan Bogdanovic and Jakar Sampson, another name I haven't heard in a minute. But obviously we know Bojan ends up developing pretty well. Turns into like a low, mid-80 overall, and he's only 25 years old at this point. So, in terms of potential, I'm going to bank on that over somebody like Jared Dudley. I mean, they're the same overall. Obviously, Jared Dudley is 4 years older, though. So, welcome to the team, Bojan. We're excited to have you here. I don't know if there's any other trades I'm going to make, but I'm going to finalize this roster, and if not, I'll see you guys at the rotation. Our final trade is going to be coming here with the Bulls. We're sending them Jakar Sampson and Charles Jenkins for Davis Bertans and a future first-round pick. I'm only doing this trade for the future first-round pick. Along with that, we do have some team control here at Bertans. So I'm going to take a first for two guys that are not going to be playing for me. It's from the Chicago Bulls. It feels like a pretty good trade for us. So let's go ahead and set this rotation. It's year one for us here in LA. We've made a couple small changes to this team, but nonetheless, the main core stays and everything is looking pretty good. Going to be Chris Paul, JJ Redick, Bojan Bogdanovic, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. The bench unit's led by Jamal Crawford, as I mentioned, one of my favorite sixth men of all time, one of the best sixth men, honestly, in NBA history. Austin Rivers, again, that overall feels a bit high. I don't know if he was quite at that 81 overall level, but is what it is. You can't make everything perfect. Patrick Patterson still here. I'm pretty sure his there's a K on the end of Patrick. I don't know. Spencer Hawes, and then Matt Barnes. So 9 and 10 don't get me too excited, but I really do like 8, 7, and, or excuse me, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm excited. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Not a fun first season for us here in LA. We go exactly 500, 41 and 41, and that's really disappointing because I think we have more talent than that. Damn shame. We're going to have to make some decisions this offseason. Russell Westbrook is your MVP. Aaron Gordon wins Rookie of the Year. Interesting. Manu Ginobili, 6th man. LeBron is your depoy. Hassan Whiteside, most improved. And I don't know who Logan Schmidt is or who he's the head coach of. I'm assuming it's either Houston or maybe Cleveland, but I feel like you might have their real coaches in there. It appears to be Houston. So here's a look at the Western Conference. Here's a look at the East. We ended up finishing as, let's see, the 9 seed. So we actually missed the playoffs entirely. Very, very disappointing. I was just no playing at this time. And yeah, man, there's this. It sucks. There's going to have to be. Oh my God, what is going on? Okay, that's actually not too bad. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it's just like there's a lot of talent here. I just don't know if maybe they just don't fit well together. 15 boards a game from DJ is great. 11 assists from Chris Paul. It's weird. It doesn't really feel like a 500 team to me. I mean, even though the Clippers definitely had their struggles. Oh, wow, Houston. James Harden, 25 years old. Holy shit. Even though the Clippers had their struggles and obviously never ended up, and with that core anyways, making a conference finals, like, I just feel like this team had too much talent not to make the playoffs. I don't know. That's just my take. KG calls it a career. Kobe calls it a career. Tim Duncan, Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, Marion. These are some legends right here. Ending at wow, some illustrious careers nonetheless. Staff retirement. I'm not going to know anybody there. Hall of Famers should be a bunch. Yeah, there's I feel like we're missing some. Oh, Shaq. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Let's just go through the historic changes right now. Division winners will no longer automatically get, yes, I like that. Change the logo of the Sixers. They're pretty much changing logos. Oh, they're changing the Clippers. Okay, cool. That's fine. All right, so draft lottery time. We should technically be in the lottery unless we don't have our pick. We do. It's projected at number 14 right now. Who knows what it's going to end up being? Probably 14, and it sits right there. So lottery pick is good. This is the 2015 draft class. You know, Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Kristaps Porzingis. You know what it is. Doc Rivers actually has pretty decent ratings. I mean, he's perfect offensive and defensive ratings. If we have a good team next year, what I feel is a good team, and we still struggle, at that point, I'll probably look to move on. But Doc Rivers is an NBA championship winning head coach, believe it or not, for as much shit as he does get. Let's head up to the draft right now. We have number 14. Do we want to consider a trade to maybe move up? Time will tell. I think there's a couple guys, and honestly, I would really like to get in this draft class because Devin Booker would be great. Obviously, we know how good Devin Booker turns out. I mean, in terms of need, we don't really need a Towns or a Porzingis or even really D'Lo or Turner. I mean, there aren't really positions we need. I'm not saying we need a shooting guard because, quite honestly, J.J. Redick and Jamal Crawford did their jobs for me, but we could maybe include one of them in a trade at that point and then maybe go out, find an upgrade at the small forward spot. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but I'd love to get Devin Booker. We all know how good he turns out to be. So he's projected like number 15, 20-ish. I have a feeling he'll go higher, so I'm going to try to move up. The third overall selection is owned by the Utah Jazz. Now, Devin Booker's not projected to go anywhere from 15 to 20, but I don't really want to take that risk. We do have number 14, so maybe we could still get him, but I'm not playing that game. I want Devin Booker. So I'm going to try to go out and acquire him. In terms of the trade, if you want, like, this is why we traded for, like, Davis Bertans. He's a trade piece for me. I don't know if there's anybody else down here. You want Mitch McGary, you're more than welcome to take him. And then I'll give up another first in 2019. How about that? That only has 1 star? Really? That's kind of shitty. All right, I'll do one more first, just because I know how good Devin Booker turns out to be. All right, that's number 3. I'm hoping and praying he doesn't go. Towns goes 1 to the Timberwolves. Funny enough, ended up with number 1 in real life as well. In terms of number 2, Kristaps Porzingis, beautiful, which means we're getting our guy here in Devin Booker at number 3. And yeah, so far I think it's pretty safe to say he's turned out to be the best player in this draft class. So you can see he's listed as a 78 overall right here. We're hoping he develops very, very quickly because, again, only a 3-year rebuild. Rivers coming back. I'll bring back Bullock. Could be a trade piece or maybe just a good depth piece, whatever it may be. Bogdanovich getting qualified. We're going to have to make a decision. I think he'd be better suited coming off the bench. We're not going to have any cap space, but... Oh, wait, he's... What? Oh, that was a qualifying. I thought that was a team option. I was confused as all hell. We don't have any cap space anyways, so I'm probably just going to try to bring back Bogey after moratorium, but Spencer Hawes can probably go. I'd like to look for an upgrade, but we definitely have a trade coming as well, so one more day. And then in terms of Bogey, let's just go ahead and sign him. 3-year, about $6 million AAV. I'm not matching... Well, who the hell is Dwight? Oh, my God. All right, let's make a trade. We're going to try to hit a home run ball right now and go out and get Jimmy Butler. I have no idea if it's possible. This is the trade offer so far. I'm assuming there's going to have to be at a minimum 2 draft picks in here. And Jimmy would be, oh my God, that was it? That gets us Jimmy Butler. Okay, wow. We're signing Omar Ashik as a backup center. He's 29 years old. He's a decent depth piece. And then we do need to find ourselves a new backup power forward, Andre Blatch. Is that really my best option? I mean, Nick Young really can't. Well, that does. It kind of looks like not really. Yeah, I mean, we're basically out of money, and we knew we were going to have to sacrifice some depth. So, I mean, he's only 28. I'll give him a 2-year deal, about 1.6. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, that's fine with me. And then this team is absolutely insane. I mean, I cannot believe we got Jimmy Butler that easily. I mean, to be fair, he's not exactly as good as Jimmy is today, but still, he's a very good player, and 86 overall, and I'm very excited to see how he fits with this group. So, see you guys at the start of year 2. After a disappointing first season where we went 41-41 and did not make the playoffs, we made some really big changes to this team. We have 2 new starters with Devin Booker and Jimmy Butler. Now, neither of them are obviously the talented players they are today, but they're both still pretty solid. Booker in his rookie season, Jimmy Butler in what would this be, like year 4, year 5? I don't know. Chris Paul, D-Book, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Insanely good starting 5. The bench unit's pretty good itself. It's going to be led by Austin Rivers, J.J. Redick, Bojan Bogdanovic, Omar Ashik, and Andre Blatch. I am excited. I think this team has championship potential. Hopefully 2K agrees with me. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. We end year 2 going 10 games better than last season. We win 51 games this year, which is obviously a little bit better, but quite honestly, I thought this team would be better than 51 wins. I don't know. Russell Westbrook wins a 2nd straight MVP. It is a triple-double. D'Angelo Russell in Philadelphia is your Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili once again 6th man. LeBron once again your D-Boy. Dennis Schroeder Most Improved. Logan Schmidt's your Coach of the Year. So obviously I know the Western Conference is really good. We're a 6th seed at 51 wins. That is insane. But nonetheless, I really think we're just a cursed team at this point. So you can see we're the 6th seed here. 51 wins and a 6th seed is just absolutely insane. We would have been the 2 seed over here in the Eastern Conference. So crazy to think about. Let's take a look at the numbers on the year. Blake Griffin, Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Pretty solid rookie campaign. I mean, again, everything's looking good on paper. It's just not a lot of these not as many of these have kind of turned into wins as I was hoping. But we have the Spurs here. Obviously, a very dominant franchise still at this point in time. You got Kawhi Leonard. Hassan Whiteside signed with them. Obviously, Tony Parker, Danny Green. Got Manu, 6th man off the bench. I mean, not an easy first-round matchup whatsoever. So let's see what ends up happening. We are currently 2-2 with them. We go up 3-2. And we're going to Game 7, and we win in 7. Wow. Okay. Memphis here in the Western Conference semis. Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Jeff Green, Randolph, Marc Gasol, Luke Babbitt. Holy shit, that is not a name I've heard in a minute. Good. I think they're good. Is it crazy to think we're better? I don't think so. Thank you. We're up 3-1 right now. Okay, do not blow us. Thank you. All right, Western Conference Finals. We have James Harden, who won a Finals MVP last year. Chris Bosh is here now, age 32. That's absolutely... Okay, also what? I don't know. Maybe they didn't update this. Obviously, he spent some time in Miami. Okay, Dwight Howard here. James Harden and Dwight Howard never really worked out too well, but let's see what happens here against the big, bad Houston Rockets. We go down 3-0. Okay, that's probably all she wrote for us. Make it 3-2, and we get bounced in 6. And the New York Knicks... John Wall, J.R. Smith, Melo, Jonas Jerebko, Celtics legend. All right, that's not good. Houston wins back-to-back championships. James Harden's your Finals MVP for the 2nd straight year. So, again, we're going to have to make... Ooh, Dirk retired in Philly? Oh, let Dirk ride out in Dallas like he should have. Well, he did in real life, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of figuring out if we're comfortable enough with this core moving forward. And I think I should be, but I don't know. I'm not really tons of confidence right now. I don't really have that. So here's the draft lottery. We don't have any picks in here. Miami actually ends up with the number 1 overall selection. This is the 2016 draft class. This is Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, Jamal Murray, all those guys. Staff signing, is Doc Rivers my guy? I don't know. I really don't know. Rick Carlisle actually has some great ratings. You know what? I might go out and get Rick Carlisle. I think that's the play right now. Nothing against Doc. I'm always going to be, oh, wow, we don't really have much money. I guess this is before Steve Ballmer owned the team. This could be a Stauffer day as well. I mean, either of the... Oh, my God. Are we really going to get neither of them? Fuck. Okay, well, now we have to go find somebody else because, yeah, we kind of just screwed ourselves. Or, well, I did. Really? Okay, let's just look at some other... Oh, my God, I sold. I I got rid of Doc Rivers, who had good ratings. Tibbs is here. I mean, our guys aren't going to have any knees left, but he might be our best option at this point. Yep, I think Tom Thibodeau is our best option, and that's not saying much. So, welcome, Tibbs. That's not Tom Thibodeau. That's some insurance salesman. Okay, let's head up to the draft right now. I think we traded our first-round pick last year in the Jimmy Butler trade. So, obviously, yeah, we have our second-round pick here. DeAndre Jordan's morale keeps going down. It's very weird. I don't know if it's the shot tendency thing. It probably is, but we're not going to draft anybody anyways. Let's head up to team player options. We have nobody. Obviously, getting DeAndre Jordan back and Austin Rivers is going to be very, very important for us. And Steph Curry is a free agent. Wow. We actually have $17 million, but we have to go re-sign DeAndre Jordan. So he's not interested in negotiating with us. I think it should just let me do this manually. I'm hoping it does, because if I lose DJ for nothing, I'm basically fucked. So DeAndre Jordan, thank you. Shout out 2K. That is a ton of money for 7 points a game, but obviously good defensive player. Offers a lot in terms of rebounding. So I'm going to wait on an Austin Rivers contract as well. It's good getting DeAndre Jordan back. And yeah, I mean, other than that, it's a decision time. I mean, am I comfortable enough with this team? I mean, maybe a few new bench changes, but I think Devin Booker will be an even higher overall next year. I think JJ Redick will still be a key piece off the bench. I mean, I don't really see anything major, so maybe we make a change at the backup center, backup power forward. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. So, nothing really great here in free agency. I might get a little cheesy. I'm going to sign Mo Williams right now. Hang with me for a second. I have a trade coming. We're going to try to go out and get Nerlens Noel here from the Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, Noel was drafted. Everybody thought he was going to be a whole lot better than he turned out being. He had some injuries, and yeah, career never really panned out. But he's an 82 overall right now, and I would love to add him to this team. So, how about a first-round pick in 2020? You buying? Didn't think so. How about just a couple seconds? I have to save the other first-round picks for a specific reason. That gets us an upgrade at the backup center spot. As you can see, we have a pretty gaping hole at the power forward spot right now, which is what we're going to go out and trade Mo Williams for, some sort of power forward. So let's go look. We're going to try to go for Thad Young. I don't have a lot of draft picks left, so this would... oh, my God, that did. Okay, that took it. And, yeah, this is going to be the final roster moving forward. Again, could be risky, but our depth is insane. Our talent is insane. I mean, I'm very happy with this team. So, Western Conference Finals last year. Hopefully, we patched up the bench enough. Maybe we can win one this year. See you guys at the start of the third and final season. Third and final season for us here in Los Angeles. If this team cannot win one, I don't really know what can. I mean, just insane depth, insane starting five. It's pretty much as good as it gets. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Insane. Bench unit's going to be led by Austin Rivers, then JJ Redick, Nerlens Noel, Thad Young, Bojan Bogdanovic. An 80-plus 10-man rotation. It's insane. I will see you guys at the end of the final season, hopefully as the number 1 seed. Well, it's 3 straight MVPs for Russell Westbrook, but something changed with this team. I don't know if really filling out our bench was the difference maker. It clearly did something, because we went 78-4. I don't know. I do not know how this team goes. I don't want to say like fringe playoff team, but no playoffs year one. Obviously, we ended up as, I don't even know what seed we were last year. Were we at 6th seed last thing? We were 6th seed. To 78 wins. And like, yeah, we changed the bench and obviously had some progression probably on Devin Booker, but that is a crazy 180 for this team. So I'm not complaining, but still, it means nothing if there's no championship. 3 straight MVPs for Russ. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Lance Stevenson, 6th man. LeBron wins a 3rd straight DPOY. Nikola Jokic, Most Improved. And Tibbs wins Coach of the Year. Also, I mean, I guess we made the head coaching change, and maybe that did something. But man, oh man, 78 wins for this team seems insane, but I don't know. I mean, I've had crazy wins. I mean, in terms of talent, like, I mean, I guess maybe not. Like, look at this team. It's mind-bogglingly good, but, like, I don't know, man. I thought we've been really good in the past, and I guess we're really good this year. Here's a look at the New Orleans Pelicans. It's Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis. You also got Tyreek Evans, Roy Hibbert, Aaron Aflalo. Fun names I'm seeing here in this rebuild so far that, you know, you haven't really seen them. I do not want to simcast. That you haven't really seen in a while. It's always fun doing these historic rebuilds for that purpose solely. All right, we sweep them. Moving on to the Spurs. Did we beat the Spurs last year? I think we did. Yeah, we lost the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. We did beat the Spurs. All right, I mean, again, something different is clicking with this team than it did last year, and I'm very happy about it. I'm just very surprised. Russell Westbrook's won 3 straight MVPs. You still have Kevin Durant here in this situation. Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams, Roberson in the starting lineup. That dude was a generationally bad shooter. Holy shit. All right, and we're up 3-0. something's working. I don't know. All right, it is Cleveland here for us. Kyrie Irving, Dion Waiters, LeBron James, David West, Tyson Chandler. We should run this team out of the building. Don't get me wrong. They definitely have the best player in the series, but we're just way better, way deeper. Really shouldn't be a competition. So back home, I guess it technically would be Staples Center at this time. And hopefully it close out Game 5. That would be a really good way to cap off this video, getting the Sixers championship. Looks like we're going to do it. I'll see you guys in there. So I'm very happy we're going to be going out here with a championship. I mean, again, it feels good. That's for sure. I'm still a little bit... Oh, do I have, like, auto plays on? Fuck. It's like a pre-setting in the thing. Oh, get the rebound, Austin. What the fuck are we doing? It's like a setting, I think. You got to turn it off. But, again, 78 wins is crazy. Like, oh, my God. Kyrie just airballed that 3. Like, you don't just get 78 wins. Like, it's something that takes a minute. I do not know how to turn off autoplays. I don't really ever touch settings too much, so I probably should. Nerlens Noel gets his first points of the night, but, I mean, I expected this team to be closer. I don't want to say 78 than, what did we get, 51 last year, but, like, I would have thought with the team and the talent we had last year would have made more sense. But, hey, I'm not complaining. You know, when things end up going well for me in these videos, always good. I almost want to take a timeout because I want to get CP3 and Blake in here to kind of cap off their championship together. This Clippers team was just... I don't really know what it was. Like, there was just something that always just never really worked out with them. You know, there was a million different things that went wrong. Obviously, the Western Conference wasn't kind of insanely good at that time, and it just really never worked out the way they wanted it to. But that big 3, I wish they got a ring together. They were a ton of fun to watch. Ultimately, just came up just a little bit too short, but... Nonetheless, man, just such a fun era of basketball. I said this yesterday when I did the 2017 Celtics rebuild, and I stand by it. I mean, this was a different era. This was like, I don't want to say my childhood, but, you know, at this point anyways, when this rebuild started, I was 14, 15 years old back in 2014. So, interesting to see how the times change. Obviously, DeAndre Jordan now getting, I guess it would be, well, it would be the first ring, so maybe down the line it would be the second ring with the Nuggets. But so I'm happy DJ got one. Although, I mean, he's not a huge contributor on the court. I'm sure he's a great locker room presence. Really good guy that can kind of give you some tips and mentorship. So happy that DJ got one. I hope Blake gets one. I hope he resigns with my Celtics. I loved Blake with the Celtics. He was a ton of fun to have on the team. But yeah, I hope he ends up getting one as well. I mean, CP3 obviously now with the Warriors. I mean, if anybody can help get CP3 a ring, it's going to be Steph Curry. So we will see. That's going to be interesting to watch how that all kind of shakes out. My gut reaction is it's not going to work well, but then again, I mean, it might be able to if Chris Paul can kind of accept a bench role. I don't think they're going to start him. I don't really know how Draymond at the 5 would work out for a team, so that'll be an interesting proposition. But again, it's going to be interesting. And DeAndre Jordan, good rebound. I'm excited. I am excited. I miss basketball, man. I really do. We're like, what, 2 months away at this point? Maybe a little bit over 2 months away from having the NBA season back. So I'm excited for the in-season tournament as well. All of that information got released yesterday. So we're going to do a final possession here. We were not able to get Blake and CP3 in here, but they're getting a ring nonetheless. So let's just kind of try to cross. Oh, my God. Austin Rivers getting, oh, my God. Rivers gets fouled. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you guys. Oh, that's a charge. Fuck you. All right, I'll see you guys with Finals MVP. After a 78-win regular season, we cap it off with a Blake Griffin Finals MVP. You truly do love to see it. So, I mean, again, something obviously changed. Again, I don't know if it was our bench depth or progression or whatever it may have been in that final season, but it changed, and I'm happy that we were able to get one here for the Clippers. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, could obviously leave a like down below. That'd be great. Of course, you guys are new around here, could subscribe to the channel. We'd greatly appreciate you here in the community. So, of course, let me know any other video ideas. As I mentioned, about a month left until 2K. Actually, it might be exactly a month. Until 2K24, and I'm looking forward to that. We've got a lot of rebuilds to do. So whether, you know, this last month they are all rebuilds or we mix and match some, you know, non-rebuild content, whatever it may be. If you guys got ideas, let me know. So, as always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.